Conservatives have a love-hate relationship with Jews. They do. Conservatives have a love-hate relationship with Jews, and the shit is very confusing. The messages are very, very mixed. They are. What you talking about first? I'm about to tell you what I'm talking about. Okay? I'm about to tell you what I'm talking about. Before I do, though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Okay? I am your homeboy first, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something again. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that share button. Put all of your people on there. Okay. I live here in the state of Mississippi, y'all. Okay. And a reporter in my state by the name of Ross Adams, he tweeted out this about my state's governor, Governor Tate Reeves. The tweet reads, for the first time in the state's 200-year plus history, a menorah is lit at the Mississippi State Capitol. At Tate Reeves says it shows solidarity to Israel as the Jewish state is accused of indiscriminate bombing of innocents in Gaza, in the Gaza war, after the deadly Hamas attack. Hashtag Hanukkah. Seems like a nice gesture from my state's governor, right? It does seem like a nice gesture. But then I think to myself, hold on now. This is the same Tate Reeves who just got reelected in part because of an endorsement from former President Donald John Trump. Who's you see, he likes to go around acting like he's just this big supporter of Israel as well. But when I saw those people, those neo-Nazis, those racists, those white supremacists out there marching in Charlottesville, Virginia, y'all remember that? Don't forget that. We see so much should be happening, we forget about some of these things, right? Y'all remember that, Charlottesville? When they were out there, no hoods on, no mask on, or nothing. They put their faces on it. Gotta respect that at least. They were up there chanting, "You will not replace us." See, have you heard of the replacement theory? The idea that these certain groups, black people, Latinos, certain groups want to replace white people in this country. Okay? And that the whole motherfucking plan is being orchestrated by who? By Jewish people. That's what the replacement theory is. That's what them motherfuckers were out there rallying against that night. Okay? And those are the people that Donald John Trump said were fine people. They were fine people. They were good people on both sides. Do you remember that? These damn Republicans are the same ones who steadily be calling out billionaire George Soros, okay? A very wealthy Jewish man who supports Democrats and Democratic causes. They always love to throw his ass out there. They throw him in there. Why y'all think they always choose to use this man? Out of all the rich people who support the Democrats, why they always like to drop this man's name in there? Come on, man. That'd be cold. They're trying to throw out there that he's a rich Jewish person. Come on, man. A lot of the very folks who be up here championing Israel right now are some of the same folks that the Anti-Defamation League be calling out for their anti-Semitic rhetoric. That shit is crazy. That shit's crazy. So how these folks gonna sit up here and act like they support Israel that's all on the other side of the goddamn world, But then the Jews right here amongst them, oh, they don't like them though. What the fuck are we doing, man? What are we doing? And then folks get caught up. Folks come at black people and look at it like we supposed to be the ones. I think I saw somebody act like Beyonce ain't doing enough to end the conflict over there. What the fuck Beyonce supposed to do? What we doing? Huh? My whole thing with the shit over there is with both groups, with Hamas motherfucking ass and with Israel. I've seen evidence that both groups don't like motherfuckers like me. They don't like black people. Both groups. I've read stuff about how Benjamin Netanyahu hated President Obama and on some racist shit. I've seen how they talked about Africans who tried to immigrate to the area and shit like that. And of course, some in the Arab community like Hamas said some very heinous shit about my people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't personally get caught up in it. I do pray every night. I pray, and throughout the day at certain points I pray for the innocent people over there who are being killed because of this conflict. It doesn't have to be this way. It's supposed to be peaceful religions, right? Ain't doing anything other than being peaceful. And I'm seeing images of children being murdered from what Hamas bitch ass did and from what Israel is doing. It's heinous. It's heinous. And we need a ceasefire. And me calling for a damn ceasefire ain't me being anti-Semitic, it's me being anti-death of children, anti-death of innocence. The world powers, motherfuckers in the United States government, motherfuckers in the EU, power players over there in the Middle East like the Saudis and whoever else, they need to get together and try to fix a problem, particularly the United States and the EU. Fix a problem that they called after World War I and after World War II with meddling in that goddamn part of the world, being imperialistic and shit. They need to fix it. But when it comes to my home, United States of America, the shit that I'm seeing, I'm going down the highway and I see this huge billboard from a church that got the Israeli flag on the shit. And I'm like, again, at third eye, I get to work. And I'm like, okay, I feel that. But what about the Jews right here amongst us that y'all slick be against them when you side with somebody like Trump, who's siding with the Proud Boys and all these other groups who are anti-Jews? How y'all gonna be up here acting like you fuck with Israel so much, but then always up here name dropping George Soros as a way to stir up anti-Semitic sentiment amongst your base? How? That shit don't add up. It don't add up. It's crazy. Now, some people really do support Israel on some like biblical type shit. I remember being in college. I remember this distinctly. I was in my my OG Dr. Curtis Austin's class. Okay. And some white boys were sitting behind me, you know what I'm talking about? And they were just discussing some political shit, you know, before class started. And they were like, if the United States stopped supporting Israel, they were like, they're leaving this country. Because they felt like the wrath of God would come down on us. Like, so some people in this country really like fuck with Israel off some, they believe that they are the chosen people of God and we got to support them type of shit. Okay. Now, again, I'm non-religious. I believe strongly in God. Okay. I have my connection to God is my connection to God. You feel me? I don't follow any of man's religious doctrines anymore. But I grew up in the Christian church. You know what I'm talking about? I know that shit backwards and forward. No, not from I can quote every word of scripture for you, but the tenets of it and the general shit of it, okay. I was exposed to that from preschool through 12th grade. I went to Catholic school, y'all. We had religion for a fucking class. Come on now. And I grew up in the Baptist church, so I got both sides. You understand? So I've seen how some people do wholeheartedly, like based on their religious beliefs, feel like we got to support Israel. But I'm saying I see some of these same folks with the voting patterns supporting people who don't support the Jews right here amongst us, who are being anti-Semitic right here, who when these folks out here chanting about wanting to kill these Jewish people and kill black people and kill Latinos and shit like that and get us the fuck up out this bitch to have just a Anglo-Saxon ethno state up in this bitch. They know where to be found on that. They ain't saying that. How can you do both? Like, that's wild. That's wild, man. So Tate Reeves doing that, that's a fucking political stunt to me. Political stunt. That's all it was. Political stunt. Think about it, in the 200-year history of our state, these motherfuckers ain't never did that. So you telling me once the news came out about the Holocaust, they didn't feel like they needed to do that shit then? You know what I'm saying? You got Holocaust deniers. You got Holocaust deniers. Who these folks be supporting? But then they want to tell you today that they support Israel right now. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. It's like Joe Biden motherfucking ass said in that it's out there in one of his speeches from maybe the 90s or something. Maybe the 80s. It's some old shit. And he didn't study. He said if Israel didn't exist, we would have to create her because of our interest. See, a lot of folks that saying they love Israel and support Israel, they don't give a fuck about them people over there. They don't give a fuck about Jewish people. They just give a fuck about having a stronghold over there in that Middle East where all that goddamn oil is. For real, for real. And that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But they're using Israel as a motherfucking pawn in a chess game. That's fucked up. Playing with these folks lives like that. And their government officials like Benjamin Netanyahu letting motherfuckers do it. It's fucked up, man. And all these innocent kids dying behind it. So I don't buy into all this bullshit. I do follow politics. I ain't one of these folks that say I don't do politics, because I know if you don't do politics, politics still gonna do you. Okay. But when it comes to this bullshit within politics, I don't do that, and neither should you. Don't let these motherfuckers fool you, dog. And that's including Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves with his fake love for the Jewish people. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel, because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.